There's just something about that football that just slips right out of your arms. I don't know what it is. I mean, we're maybe has grease on it. I don't know. Maybe somebody's playing a joke on the Tigers, but as early as of last week in the scrimmages, Clemson was still fumbling the football. And now we're less than 2 weeks away from playing Georgia. There's that. We're going to talk about that and more. Welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're here. I am Brian. Happy Monday, August the 19th. I am glad that you are here. I know I start right off with the negativity. We don't need that negativity. I love it when people send me those messages. We don't need that negativity. Hold on. You don't need me to tell you what they're actually doing before we go and play the team that's for the front runner for the national championship. You don't need me to do that. You just want to be shocked. God forbid you've paid those outrageous prices to go see them play. That could be scary. But hey, sometimes ignorance is bliss. I'm glad you're here. I hope you will subscribe. It is the easiest way to support the channel. And I do appreciate it. By the way, it's free. Just crossed over 4,100 subscribers. For a small channel like mine, I'm pretty happy with it. Glad that everybody is here. Also, y'all just hang with me. Just hang with me. I want to wish my oldest son a happy 18th birthday today. Yes, Bobby Durkins Jr. turns 18 today. I can't believe it. Makes me feel old. Son, you probably won't watch this video because you're too busy doing other things that doesn't involve watching dear old dad make grumpy videos about his favorite football team. But happy birthday. I love you, pal. Proud of you. Me and your mom's really proud of you. So after I do this video, I'm going to go hang out with you. But then again, you're not going to see this. Happy birthday to my son. All right. Last week, Clemson wrapped up their, like their 1-on-1s and 2-on-2s and 4-on-4s and a 7-on-7 and an 8-on-8. Shake it all around and we'll be late to rockin'. I just wrote that. That was really good. And Dabo Swinney gave his comments to the media. It was either Thursday or Friday, and he's talking about players who he's really excited about. TJ Moore is one of them. We all know about TJ Moore. We all know about Sammy Brown. We know about guys like Peter Woods, and we're super excited about it. We're hoping that we're not having smoke blown in our ears about the entire offense, because remember, the past 3 seasons, we've heard that the offense was doing quite well. And then the season started. So forgive me if Mr. Negativity here, you should replace that word negativity with Mr. Realistic. It just talks about that. So anyway, but as he's in there talking about how proud he is of everybody, and I'm literally saying, love the coach. He's a very optimistic guy, not taken away from him. He makes $11.5 million per year. He's happy. He's doing great. Life is doing well for the coach, not knocking him here. But he literally said he was proud of everybody. And then he talks about, just says, yeah, we fumbled the ball twice. One of them, the offense recovered. And I'm like, whoa. I thought I just read where you said the offense was looking like it's getting better. And then turnovers. The very same thing that has costed us over the past few years. What? And the question is this now a mental thing for the Clemson Tiger offense? Fumbling. Remember that Duke game where Clemson got blown out by 3 touchdowns? By a good Duke team. Not a great team. Not a team that would have been, even if had that team stayed healthy, they would not have made it to the college football playoff. Probably wouldn't have made it to the ACC championship. But they were a much better team, and had Riley Leonard not got hurt, there's a great chance that they might have had a 9-10 win season. But they made Clemson look like lackeys that night. Clemson rushed for over 200, passed for over 200, but what killed the Tigers? Everybody say it with me. Fumbles. fumbles, they've been the reason that Clemson has lost games here and there over the past few years. And we are not 2 months out from the opening game. We are now we are actually 12 days away from opening kickoff. And by the way, that's against the Georgia Bulldogs. Pause there. There's a few of you, it's like, you're talking about Georgia all the time. Why are you talking about Georgia all the time? I can't believe you. Are you a secret fan? Oh, yeah. Help me. It's because Georgia is the first game, and get a load of this crap, they're the front runner for the national championship. So there's those two things. So you may hate the Bulldogs. I'm not a fan. Even when you compliment most of their fans, they still smart off to you. So it's like you lose even when you're trying to win. I mean, it's just, I get it, right? And I have a few good Georgia fans who follows me, but when you really get irritated with some of them, they're like, well, that's just trash talk, man, until you trash talk them back and then they want to fight you. It's just, anyway, not a Georgia fan. But there's some of you, you're like, why do you keep bringing up Georgia? Because it's the opening game, they're front runner for the national championship. Ask anybody. This is, for some of you who tell me you don't know football, then you definitely don't know football if you don't know why I'm talking about them. The first game of the year in that whole championship thing. But Clemson is not going in to play Stanford or Appalachian State or Virginia Tech or Pittsburgh or Citadel or Wake Forest or, the Blind Kids of Idaho. No, they're playing that team in 12 days. In fact, 12 days from right now, we will know the final score to the Clemson-Georgia game, barring hurricane delays or the earth shook or, I don't know, some major crime in Atlanta happened, which is definitely not out of the question. And we're still fumbling the football? Not 2 months out. 2 weeks out. Not 4 months. Not 6 months. 2 weeks out. And they're still fumbling the football. One of the very things that has undermined Clemson's effectiveness on the offensive side of the football. And we're still doing it. That scares me. So, I'm just asking you, and this is a short video for me. Some of you are like, I'll believe it when I see it. Don't blame you. Because historically, I go about 25 to 30 minutes, sometimes an hour, according to what the subject is. But I want to know from y'all. Does it bother you that Clemson is fumbling the ball? One of the very acts that has cost them games over the past 3 years, that they're still doing it, and we're less than 2 weeks away from the Georgia game, the opening game. Even if it would take Georgia out of it, though you really can't because it is the opening game, but I'll just say opening game. Opening game? Is it scaring you that they're still fumbling the football? And for some of you could say, well, let's qualify it. Who fumbled? Bozo, I don't care who fumbled, because if it's someone who's going, I'll even qualify that. If there's someone who's going to be on the field and they're still fumbling the football, guess what? A fumble is a fumble against the other team. And if they recover it, it doesn't matter who fumbled it. Especially if the other team gets the football. Does it scare you? I'm just asking for a friend, that friend being me. Does it scare you that at this point we're still doing one of the traits that has killed us over the past few years? Transparently. Yep. I'm going to get to the comment section. Oh, my goodness. Torque Washington first. Stephen Marcus second. Jay's not even going for that. Third. Stephen Marcus second and fourth. I like it. Joey Cogdell, we need that reality. I'm glad. RFD Mayberry, happy birthday, Junior. RFD Mayberry, you see that? Join the channel. Supports the channel monthly, $3 or $5 per month. So thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I will pass that along to my man. I will let him know. But thank you so much for your comment and supporting the channel. Stephen Marcus, I'm predicting a massive upset based purely on wishful thinking and a deep gut feeling because we can only disappoint for so long. Hey, Stephen Marcus, you know what? I have a friend of mine go to church with. He believes we're going to beat him. And he'll tell you why, man. He broke it down to me yesterday, and I told him, I said, I hope you're right. Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure he doesn't know that I have this show, and I've never told him. By the way, if you are watching and you do know I have this show, let me know. But I've never said anything at church. One church member I go to, go with, Mike Till. You'll see him in here every now and again. One day he walked up to me and goes, man, you sure did have a lot of people on that channel the other night. And I was like, I don't talk about it. Dabo can't teach ball control. Can we just come out and throw the ball 20 yards? John answers, we'll see. Fumbles and interceptions make me sad. If Clemson cannot beat Georgia this season, will not include the playoffs because the Tigers will stumble in at least one ACC game. That's interesting. That's interesting. Go Tigers. Fumbling still, insert Bobby Knott chair toss. Yep. James Thompson, who is fumbling the ball? That is a good question. I do ask that question. Who is fumbling the ball? I do get it matters who, so we can figure out who is it. But if just random people are fumbling the football too, and they're going to have significant playing time, that should scare us. As long as Clemson doesn't fumble against Georgia. Thanks. Tiger Paul Craven, what's up? What is up? I was on the show the other night. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Yeah, I was on the Voice of College Football for Clemson football. And I was on Tiger Paul Craven and Jordan Bowman's show. Y'all go check it out. In fact, you just cut a certain part of that video and just released it a few hours ago. I just watched it. I was like, oh, I'm going to check this out. And it was the one that I was on. So y'all go check that out. They did a great job. If you hadn't subscribed to them, y'all, you got to. They're good Clemson people. Love the Tigers. And it was really cool to be on the show. Thanks for having me on there, dude. Go Tigers. If Strecco was fumbling in a scrimmage, I don't care. Moffa didn't even play. No C program is beating UGA. Uh-oh. Talking trash. Jamie Long. All the Daboers don't want to hear the truth. Haha. Trust me. There's a lot of people who say me as the bad guy, but that's fun. That is fun. I live with it now. If somehow we can ban bubble screens, I get it, my friends. You got to you got to get the ball out there to your playmakers in space so they can make something happen, John. You got to understand that. You have no clue how many people has sent me that message, and at the same time, they forget that your wide receivers have to block in space, or that's a good way to go 3 and out, and or get your wide receiver killed out on the corner. Just ask Ty Hill when he had to run that extremely predictable bubble screen out there against Virginia Tech. Rob Spence called it. Ask him about it. I'm surprised he even has brain function after that one. Just kept doing it. All right, folks, let me know. Does it bother you? It's in practice, and that's what practice is for. Yeah, but 2 weeks before the opening game, does it not bother you that they're still fumbling? Yeah, it should. But leave your comment below. Hope you'll subscribe. It's free. It's a great way to support the channel. Channel's growing. I do appreciate it. And if you want to support on a monthly basis, there's a join button below the video. If you don't see it, it's probably because you're on an iPhone. You'll have to go to a desktop. But anyway, I appreciate you. Take care of yourself. And as always, go Tigers.